has a lead in the basketball. Dyson Daniels, C.J. McCollum, Risashe Okongwu, and Kuminga. 5 on the floor for Atlanta. This is Okongwu working against Naquan Tomlin. Didn't play in the first quarter, but on the floor now. And Tomlin comes down the rebound. Tomlin, the only NBA player born in the United States who did not play high school basketball. That's hard to do.
That's so hard to do. Almost impossible.
And Tyson eventually dragged the pivot foot of basketball and was noticed. Went to a couple of junior colleges. And
I tell the kids all the time, everybody wants to go to Big D League, Division I. If you can play this game, they will find you.
You can go to Davidson and make it. Kansas State. This is Kuminga. Tons of
kind of free of charge for the rest of this season with a team option for next year, but he fits what the Atlanta Hawks makeup is. Athletic, can defend. He's just got to get hungry, play harder, and be more focused on a more consistent basis.
Cleveland's rolling with Schroeder, Porter, Mobley, Tomlin, and Tyson. Cleveland's already guaranteed the 4th or the 3rd spot. More than likely, they're going to be the 4 team when the playoffs get underway. McCollum.
Not sure he was trying to bank that three-point attempt.
Tyson's second-year man. Has had a really good offensive year.
Nice ball fake, then a hesitation move, gets by Daniels. It's all the way to the cup.
Here's Daniels. Leaves it for Kuminga. And Kuminga lands awkwardly. I think he's okay.
That was a perfectly timed cut by Kuminga from the weak side.
If you play 4 years with the Warriors, you probably know how to play good team basketball.
You'll be able to move off the ball. There's Schroeder with a triple.
Schroeder now on his 11th NBA team, but it all began here in Atlanta. Left-handed pass over to Daniels and a foul. Daniels left alone out behind the three-point line. Okongwu. We play on. Heck, a defensive stand by Cleveland. Wow. Good night for Evan Mobley. Here's Mobley on the offensive end. Porter Jr. with an offensive rebound. And Mobley so quick off his feet.
Yeah, he's skilled.
Layup. Seems like the Cavalier fans for years have been asking him to diversify his game, but he's really good at just dunking the basketball. Why do anything else? Tyson gets to the rim. And just like that, Cleveland's on a 7-0 run. Schroeder got caught in no man's land. Somehow got it over to Tyson, who missed it from a foot. Kuminga, Okongwu, Johnson, McCollum, Alexander Walker. Both Okongwu and Alexander Walker have not scored. McCollum up and in with the left hand.
Fought his way to the front of the rim. A quick 3 by Okongwu, and McCollum gets an easy one.
Cleveland had tied it at 31. Atlanta back on top by a pair. Mobley got pushed out farther than he wanted to be. Schroeder made one a moment ago. Gives it up for Tyson. And Mobley runs down a loose ball. Porter! Good find by Mobley.
Yeah, you get offensive rebounds. The other team's going to be in scramble mode, and you just move around. Everybody's looking like, where's my guy? This is not my guy. And you get in the layup because you're not aware of the off-team rebounds. Last time these two teams met.
Stolen away. Tyson's got it. Max Strus back into the game for Cleveland.
It's 3 steals now for Tyson.
Strus along the baseline. Mobley never quite got it there. It'll stay with Cleveland.
A little deeper.
We need a bigger list.
Yeah.
Strus was convinced he was fouled. Mohamed Gay back into the game. One and done. Tomlin a rebound. James Harden back in to run the show for Cleveland. Harden in the first quarter. 9 points in 10 minutes. Till James Harden passed him. Shout out to the A-Train.
Both teams struggling offensively in this second quarter.
Kuminga just a half-point spread as the favorite. The over-under a little lower than you might expect.
So neither team shooting the ball exceptionally well from three. Kuminga gets a couple there from the free throw line, but you just got to tip your cap to each team on the defensive end. They're making it tough for their opponent right now.
Larry Nance Jr. back into the game.
This game has a playoff intensity with the grabbing, the holding, physicality.
But that's the first foul of the quarter on Atlanta. It's going to be on Johnson. Other end of the spectrum. He's going to stay in the game. There's some trust that Quinn Snyder has in his best player. Tyson with two hands.
Nice pass by Harden again. Tyson timed that cut, and he shows that he's got some bounce.
Tied at 35. Blocked away by Tomlin. Played most recently at Arizona State. Jordan Tyson. Remember the name, folks. Alexander Walker. A whole bunch of nothing so far in his first half. Changes that. First 2 points for Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Cleanest look he's gotten in this game off a busted play.
This is a guy who has turned into a real steal for Atlanta. Signed a free agent contract, and he has lived up to every penny of it.
He certainly has. Always had the reputation of being a really good defender. But he's upped his offensive game while not losing anything on the defensive end of the floor. Still does the team. It's so versatile how he can guard many players and hadn't given up anything while improving his offense.
McCollum left it short. Tapped up, missed by Kuminga. Numbers advantage for Cleveland, 5 on 4. Tomlin blocked. Gay took it away from him. Kuminga ahead of the pack. Daniels, the Aussie, flips it up and in.
They are letting the guys play tonight in Atlanta.
Alexander Walker, Onyeka Okongwu, and Jonathan Kuminga. Cleveland answers with Wade, Ellis, Nance, Strus, and Harden. Daniels, not your typical point guard.
Another busted play by Nickeil Alexander-Walker that leads to a layup. He just lost that ball, but Daniels picks it up and quickly gets to the rim.
One of the most distinctive players in the league, Dyson Daniels, man. He zigs when everyone else zags, and it works.
He's stuffing the stat sheet right now. 5 assists.
Second year here in Atlanta. Ellis trying to turn the corner. Needs help. Shot clock down to 4. Cleveland has the right man with the ball. Maybe not. Dyson's. What do you got? Dyson Daniels. Dunk number 55 on the year.
Side and let James Harden go to work.
McConnell. Three-pointer for the veteran C.J. McConnell.
He used that screen by Daniels to perfection. The rescreen got him a clean look.
McCollum's actually from Northeast Ohio. He is from Canton, Ohio. Grew up a Cleveland Browns fan, which means he's tortured. Kuminga.
Goodness, they are letting guys play on the perimeter. Holding, grabbing, body-to-body contact.
Alexander Walker. Hotter than a tailpipe over the last couple of months.
Some things you guess at other